legends and a lot of pullers, unexpectedly especially. And one that used to pull here quite a bit was a guy named Herman Zink. Herman Zink drove the Tasmanian Devil Chevrolet. He mainly drove it in modified four-drive truck class back when Virgil Barker and Jim Moots and them bunch was running here, and eventually I think he ran it here once or twice when it was a super modified four-drive. But we lost Herman unexpectedly this past winter. So what I'd like to have right now is for everybody, if we could, have a moment of silence here for Herman Zink. Thank you. Now, if we could, all rise or move our hats for a playing of a national anthem. I get the sheet, I think we're still signing up some guys here. As soon as I get the sheet, we'll be ready here. $7,500 street stock gas, hot stock gas for our trucks. Everybody thinks they have a stock truck. It don't matter what it is. If you have a gas truck, if everybody thinks it's stock, well, this is how you separate out this class. You run them together, and then you separate it that way. Just call it street/hot stock. That way, it makes it fair. That's what we want to do. Make it fair for everybody. First time for the Sullivan Motorsports to be here at the Fayette County Fair. I know the Central Ohio Truck Pull Circuit's been here for a long time. I think they were in business for about 15 years. And Dennis and Bridget have moved on to the NTPA. Dennis is now a for the NTPA. Bridget is now one of the event secretaries for the NTPA. And it's kind of been the last couple of years, and just getting some back on. I was waiting for Susan. She's going to be the first one up. Her Chevy. Now, the other night, this was her sister ran here in the single engine modified class. Her husband's got one of these single engine modifieds too, but every time he runs it, he breaks it. But we'll see what Abel can do here. Here's Chevrolet out of Hillsboro. .55, 231.55 for April. So she's got the option. She's taking or dropping. Dropping. That's what I figured. Next up, we got Ronnie French from Jackson, Ohio, 03 Dodge. Followed by, I think Brandon Sullivan's going to run tonight in the Haymaker. And then James Berger. His Chevrolet. That was a good choice. Way more federal people. Why don't they just bring the whole town? Next thing you're bringing Lake Lorelei with you. Good Lord. Then Chase Town. Then St. Martin's. That was the next thing. Have a big family reunion down here. Ronnie French, 03 Dodge. Out of Jackson, Ohio. .49 in the stock play. Next up, Brandon Sullivan on the Haymaker, followed by James Berger, and then Alan Vogel. Alan's got 2 trucks. I'll move over. He's going to be the leader in the stock class. Brandon Sullivan's going to do the driving on this truck. That's a Suburban. This is a hot stock truck. Now you're going to say, what's the difference between a hot stock and stock? And why they run them together? Well, like I said, everybody thinks they got a stock truck. Street stock is this plain Jane truck, stock truck, where hot stock, everything can be a stock motor. But the only thing you're allowed doing is having an aluminum. I believe it leaves a lot of aluminum cams in it. That's about it. Everything else stock head, everything else. I believe it's stock 510 or 514 cubic inch limit. With 4-wheel drive, this is a Suburban. See what he do. Like that, 296.36, 296.36 for Brandon Sullivan. Next up, James Berger. James Berger there, out of Fayetteville. 97 Chevrolet there. He went 248.21, 248.21. Next up, we'll have Johnny Faulkner. His 85 Chevrolet out of Lynchburg. And be followed by Jason Tussey. He's a 2 Chevy. And then we'll have Alan Vogel on his 97 Chevy. A lot of white Chevys in this class for some reason. Johnny Faulkner here. '85 Chevrolet out of Lynchburg. Like I said, when the hot stock runs, like you've seen in that with the hater maker. Nice run there. 275.49. 275.49. That's when he put him in first place in the stock class. Next up, Jason Tussey. 02 Chevy from Fayetteville, Ohio. We're followed by Alan Vogel and Bobby Hicks. A world famous Jason Tussey. I call him world famous because he did some crazy stuff back in the day. Mostly like demolition derbies and ran a body shop there in Fayetteville. If you've ever been to Fayetteville, for 50 and 68 intersection. They're known for college chicken. Him and his dad ran a body shop for many years, and they sold out the skip. Jason had enough of it. He wanted to retire from it. That he did. The good thing is that his wife has not found out yet about he's truck pulling. He just thinks that he's going with Skip and them all the time. But anyway, see what Jason can do. Pretty decent run. 215.81. 215.81 for Jason Tussey. Next up, got Alan Vogel, 97 Chevrolet, followed by Bobby Hicks and Trevin Falker. This is the gasser. It's a pretty good job there. 245.62, 245.62 for Alan Vogel. I just want to shake up the order a bit there. About fourth place right now. In the stock class. Next up, Bobby Hicks, that's Commercial Point, Ohio, 79 Chevrolet. Followed by Trevin Faulkner. And then we'll be back with April Simmons. Nice looking square body Chevrolet. Split us up in London. That good looking truck, I don't think I would have hooked it to a track or a sled. But hey, it ain't me. Got a rough drive shaft. Definitely broke the drive shaft here. 172.74, 172.74. Oh, he's going to get out a good run going there, but the dangle down has happened. Make it real easy. Yeah, well, applause those gentlemen. Had a pretty good run going there until that happened. Next up, Sullivan Faulkner, 87 Chevrolet, out of Lynchburg. We'll follow by April Simmons, and then we'll go to our light pro stock gas. Sullivan Faulkner here, 87 Chevrolet out of Lynchburg, huh? Nice run, 264.28, 264.28. I think that's putting him in second spot right now. Yeah. Next up, last one in this class, April Simmons. '92 Chevrolet. First year they made these trucks, I believe. Round nose Chevrolet. Thought it'd make them look like Fords for some reason. I never did understand that, but Chevrolet did. So you take the Chevrolet emblem off that front of that truck and put a Ford emblem on the front of it, you got a Ford truck. Your tow vehicle? Tow vehicle please to the track. Tow vehicle please to the track. He's a little hot. Anybody got a RZR or side by side or just a truck, or they don't care if it's a lawnmower or what? Look to him. Oh, some of these guys got all these side by sides out here. No vehicle, please. Oh, he got her going. Never mind. He made a good pass. April Simmons, I-2 Chevrolet, out of Seaman, Ohio. Well, I thought she was out of Hillsboro. Well, she's originally from Hillsboro. Like I said, her sister ran here the other night, Tiffany Walsh, in the teacher's pet. Her dad was Gary Avers. Who's Gary Avers? Gary, long-time puller here at the Fayette County Fair. Seen this tractor the other night called the Bow Tie Bullet, UMPPA. See what she can do. That's a pretty good job there. 238.60. 238.60 for April. First in the hot stock class, first went to Sprint for Brandon Sullivan, 296.36. Now, in the stock part of it, Johnny Faulkner, first place at 275.49. Second was Trevin Faulkner, 264.28. Right third was Ronnie French, 03 Dodge, 249.49. Fourth was Dane Berger, 248.21. Fifth was Alan Bogle at 245.62. And sixth was April Simmons, 238.60. That's how the stock class ended up. So pretty good little class of stock trucks there, wasn't it? Give them guys a round of applause, and gals. Now we're going into the light pro gas trucks. They're going to be a little loud. This will be the loud class of the night. So if you have hearing issues or small children, you may get some earplugs or headphones. And I found out over the years the redneck earplug will do just fine. That's your two index fingers stuck in your ears. It works. The Fayette County Fair Board would like to welcome everybody here to the Apollo McDonald's grandstand. Tonight's event is sponsored by John Hinder Ford. And they said sit back and enjoy the Sullivan Motorsports truck pull. They would also like to thank Ag Pro for the tractors for the track here tonight, the Fayette County Engineers. I'd also like to thank the Fayette County EMS and the local fire department for being here tonight as well. You never know, may need them. Light Pro Gas. Fred Princeton going to be the first one up. He was first last night in the farm truck. It's all by Greg Brewer and Dustin Little. trucks are not stock. This is a little even hotter. 514 cubic inch under the hood. What they're allowed. Cast iron block. They can run aluminum head, but no Hemi heads, C heads, or big chief heads. You run headers through the hood. You run a dominator carburetor. Run on pump gas. Work a street DOT tire. Red Brett's in test puller here. He was a test puller last night as well, but test puller here in the farm truck. From Fayetteville, Ohio. We'll find out if he's taking that pull or he's dropping it. He's taking it. So 311.08, he says, I'm taking it. Next up, Red Brewer. Out of Spring Valley, Ohio. Brand Green, he calls this truck. And Scott Sloan. Those are high RPMs here. 336.89, 236.89 for Greg Burr and a Brandon Stream, new leader. Next up, Dustin Little, aged iron, out of Jamestown, Ohio. The only Ford in this class. It's Goody, followed by Skip Brinson. His 86 Chevy. And Scott Sloan. Dustin Lowe, the H iron. 77 forward here. Spur body forward. Nothing like the old Ford. See what he do. Second place. Next up, Kit Preston, 86 Chevrolet out of Fayetteville, followed by Scott Sloan. Round out this class, and then we'll go ready to Workstock Diesel truck. Now, they've been working on this truck for several years, trying to get this thing out, patent out, per se. And then, trying to get it through the pole was the main thing that kept happening. They try to get it on the trailer and they break something. They break something before they even get it to the, even hooked up on the trailer. And then finally they were showing up with it and breaking it as they unhooked it. Now, he was with us in West Union last week and had a really good pass. Actually had a real good pass on it. He was very happy with it. He said he was going to skip letting him so he can fine-tune it a little bit more and bring it to Washington Courthouse, because as a kid he loved coming here at the Fayette County Fair. Seen his dad, Fred, he went through 1108. Let's see what Skip can do. 86 Chevrolet, got that General Lee orange there. Not for sure there, but I think he may have broke something in the front end. Maybe broke a spindle or something, but the one wheel was not turning. 3 wheels were turning and the other one was not. Another shot. All right, we can do that. Yeah, the passenger side tire was not turning, Keith, so keep an eye on that. Maybe didn't have it locked in right. Don't know if these guys locked in the hubs. But, oh.
speed. Got something broke on there, or something's not right. Semis are fashionably fiery today. All right. At least 2 of them are. 3 of them are. They don't live 20 miles from here. $14.89. Chain was twisted or something, but they're going to give it another shot at it here. So let's see what the skip can do. All right. 34-12. All right. We'll just say he's broke. Broke sounds better. Well, you guys helmet off. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's only the second time I actually took a track with that truck and still working out the bugs on it. Got slow. Just took it out of Wiggler, huh? He's kind of been looking a little bit everywhere. Or Waverly, if you know where Waverly is. Down there by Piketon. He's close to that West Virginia line, Gallipolis and all in there. He's been pulling down there. See all these Facebook videos. We'll hear some high RPMs out of this one. That's the last. There's the winner, 348.87, 348.87 for Scott Sloan there and the Jeff Hooken. Second goes to Blake Brewer, 336.89. Third went to Fred Brinson at 311.08. I'll take that back. Third went to Justin Little at 331.34. Then Fred Brinson at 311.08. And then fifth went to Skip Brinson with the distance work. Now we're going to Workstock Diesel trucks. Got a good class of these guys. First up to Kyle Bean out of Wilton. They're one Chevy followed by Ethan Purley and then Adam Purdy. That's the first three trucks up in the street diesel class. Sponsors here for the Sullivan Motorsports truck pull. CNR Floor Care, Climax Motorsports, Jack's Catering, Skip's Auto and Truck, Sullivan Tire and Auto, Brown Diesel, Matt Leisure Trucking, Frankenstein Turbos, Nick's Diesel Tuning, Leonard's Diesel Repair, J&B Upfitters, Brandon's Dream, Frog Leg Bar and Grill, The Cooks, Harless Street Care, Daryl Little, Sullivan Motorsports, and A&A Showboats. Are your big sponsors here for the tonight. Also want to thank Joe Singer bringing the sled out here today out of Greenville, Ohio, in Palestine, Ohio, just on the side of Greenville. This is a Von Bauer built sled. Von Bauer is the one that built the great big planners for John Deere. If you ever seen the YouTube video on that, check it out. First one up here in 8500 Street Diesel truck class. 01 Chevy. Best mower 325.01, 325.01 for Kyle Bean. He definitely broke something. I don't know if it's supposed to spindle or something on it, but he definitely broke something. We'll find out if he's taking it. I'm sure he will. He is the best mower. He does have the option. taking the pole? Did he take that pole? Yes, he did. I think he broke something. All right. 325.01. 325.01. Next up, got to eat some parsley. F-254. It says Fayette County, so somewhere in Fayette County. Somewhere around Washington Courthouse, I guess. Followed by Adam Purdy and Riley Burba. Got more semis coming in. That's a good thing. The semi-parade has started. Oh, this is just a plain Jane stock truck here. Now you're going to say, what's the difference between the street stock diesel and the work stock? I thought they were the same thing. No. Them rules changed about 4 or 5 years ago. This guy said you got to run a stock turbo, meaning no aftermarket turbos. Well, street diesel, sorry. It's a nice run. 281.04, 281.04. For the fourth. Next up, Riley Burba from Hillsboro, 5 Dodge, followed by Ross Ankrum, Luke Hall. Like I said, the street stock, or street class, like I said, you got to have a stock turbo and no block suspensions. Or work stock later on, you will see the aftermarket turbo and the block suspension and a turbo size limit on work stock now. So that's the difference between work stock and street stock now. Some organizations allow hanging weights, some don't in the street stock. Sullivan Motorsports allows the hanging weights. Some say it does, some say it don't. And I've witnessed it both ways. Many polls I go through in a year. This is number 27 for me this year. On the year, yeah. And we're in July and we ain't even half done yet. But this is Adam Purdy here. Oh, yeah, Adam Purdy. Pleasant Plain, Ohio, 02 GMC. Followed by Riley Burba and then Ross Ankrum. I'll get it right one of these days. Good thing I got women up here correcting me. A nice run there. Adam Purdy, 292.90, 292.90. Next up, Riley Burba out of Hillsboro, 5 Dodge. Followed by Ross Ankrum and then Luke Hall. I'll get it right one of these days. Got 13 in this class, in a good class. Oh, driving a street truck. Raleigh Burba. 05 Dodge out of Hillsboro. Wonder what his wife thinks about that. Probably should have said that out loud, but I did. See what he could do. Last I checked, this is not a two-wheel drive diesel truck class. The front wheels come off the ground there. If he wants to take it back and try it again, he can. Come off the hole pretty hard there. Something. 2483, but I'm going to say broke sounds better on that. So. Yep, I think you got the dangle down there. That's in the front. I can see it from here. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He come out here and pull out his truck. Some people like that. Next up, Ross Ankrum and in Unionville, Ohio, 03 Chevy, followed by Luke Hall. If I'm butchering your name, sorry. Well, if one of the officials know, I'll correct myself. Got the dual stacks out the back. I'm not seeing him pull in. Ross Ankrum from Unionville, Ohio, 03 Chevrolet here. run there, 316.27, 316.27. I put him in second place. Next up, Luke Hall from Greenfield, Ohio, 26 Chevrolet. Followed by, I think it's Cato Pert and Hunter Whipper. Luke Hall, Ronnie Hall's boy. Oh, okay. Gotta look like his daddy's truck. I come up see it was blue. He said he was gonna fix it up. And he did. Ronnie Hall, long time puller, still does, in 3-wheel deep truck class. The boy wanted to get into it about a year or so ago, and here he is. Pulled a few pulls last year, close to home. I think he's doing the same thing this year. So it's with the new 06 Chevrolet. New leader, 347.75, 347.75, and chip off the old block. Next up, I think it's Kyle Pert, followed by Hunter Whooper, and then Alan Bogle. Looks like Hunter River. It could be Taylor Pert. 94 Dodge. Looks like Hunter River's truck. I don't know where Taylor Pert is, but Kenny Brinson drove up with them. Now, nice run there, 325.61, 325.61 for Hunter Whooper. Find out where this tail perk is, and 325.61 actually put him in second place, so good run there for Hunter. Can't find that Teo Pert, we'll run Alan Vogel. Tyler Pert, maybe it's Tyler Pert. Okay, all right. All right, that's it. All right, so Taylor Pert broke. Scratch that one. Alan Vogel went next one, like GMC out of Fayetteville. Followed by Josh Rose and Garrett Wilson. This truck is going to Skip Brinson and Brett Brinson. Gina drove this truck a few times, made Fred wash dishes for a week. She's out here yakking to Danielle. Not paying no attention to me, that's fine. Alan bought it, and then Fred then got into the gas trucks. Keep saying they're going to bring out some more diesel trucks, but I ain't seen it yet. I don't know who else for Fayetteville. I guess there could be a few other people for Fayetteville to bring up to them, I guess. I told them about bus. Bring the whole, take the bus around town so Fred and them could just take to the pole. Alan Vogel here, the GMC. A nice run there, 310.34, 310.34. Up in the money for right now, about what, third place? Next up, that's Josh Rose out of Thornville, Ohio, on 04 Chevrolet, followed by Garrett Wilson and Wesley Willey. There's a shocker, Wesley Willey. He's in the first up, last 2 or 3 poles this year. At the bottom of the list. 2-6 trucks. 2-6 trucks. If you have not signed up, please do so this time. Last call on the 2-6 trucks. If you have not signed up, please do so at this time. And then head to the scales. Josh Rose here, Thornville, Ohio, 04 Chevrolet. Been pulling for a long time. I don't know if he brought a 2-6 truck or not. I did see a 2-6 truck come in back here, but Josh Rose here. Out of Thornville, huh? Good run. That's going to get him up in the money. 332.73. 332.73. That's second. Yep, second place. Next up, Garrett Wilson out of Weber, Ohio, 99.4. Followed by Wesley Willie on the Willie Make It. And Zach Hurwitz. I don't know about you people, but I enjoy this weather. Although every time I come to Fayette County Fair, you're usually hot, sticky, sweaty, sweat like a pig. Humidity's out the roof. It's a little rough. And now it's, you know, most of the day was in the 70s. Getting a little cool. I wasn't expecting Brown County Fair weather to be in the middle of July, but it is. I hate to see what Brown County Fair weather is going to be this year. Maybe the traditional Brown County Fair weather. Maybe it may have get the overalls out. Carhartts and overalls. Been there, done that. Yes, Bobby. You knew what I'm talking about. You know, Bobby Atzer. I've seen him running around there on the golf cart there. He knows who I'm talking about. Remember sitting in the stands about 30-degree weather and watching tractors pull at the Brown County Fair, and there was only about 12 people sitting in the stands. Yeah, I was one of the 12 people. About froze that night, but it was all right. Garrett Wilson, out of Lemon, Ohio, 99.4. He pulled with us up at London. the Ford. 243.61. 243.61. Next up, Wesley Willie out of Hillsboro to Willie Baker. Stop. Only one to round out this class is Zach Harless. 07 Dodge. This from Wesley Willie. This is Zach Harless, 07 Dodge out of Hillsboro. All right. They must have flip-flop numbers or something. That's all right. I'll run Zach. And we got another big pull-up. We got to mention the 2 coming up here in August or September. Well, I'll let everybody know that here after this class. Great run there for Zach. 351.71. 351.71. That is the new leader. 351.71. Now we're going to run Wesley Willie here. And the Willie Bacon Dodge and a green little long. Semis are showing up fashionably early tonight for a change instead of fashionably late. So they may run them semis. Yeah. Still showing up a little late for a few of them, but they're still showing up. I have that semi parade. Wesley Willie here out of Hillsboro, Ohio. Willie Beckett Dodge. that. Awful lot of white smoke coming out of there. I hope you don't have turbo issues. Got stuff dripping out of the bottom of it there. I don't know what. Tow vehicle, please. Tow vehicle, please. He is broke. We'll just put broke. Broke sounds better than the distance, so we'll say broke. Tow vehicle, please. Tow vehicle, please, for Wesley Willie. We got one something here. Old Cougar to the rescue. He just needs a tow truck like all Dukes of Hazzard. They call him Cougar, but kind of put your money Cougar on Dukes of Hazzard. You got to just put the hat. If you put a hat on, he look like Cougar. See? We're going to have an exhibition run again. I think Ronnie's going to drive it this time. Ronnie, you driving it? Or Luke driving it? Oh, all right. The exhibition run here. On 06 Chevrolet that Luke drove. We'll get the rundown here. We'll let this class finished out. So first place is going to Zach Harless, 07 Dodge at 351.71. Like second, it's going to go to Luke Hall, 06 Chevrolet at 347.75. Third will go to Josh Rose at 332.73. Fourth will go to Hunter River at 325.61. Fifth goes to Kyle Bean, 01 Chevy at 325.01. And sixth goes to Ross Ankrum, 03 Chevy, 316.27. That is your class of 8,500-pound straight diesel trucks. Now we're going into the 8,000-pound, where we got this exhibition run, and then we'll go into 8,000-pound 2.6 smoothbore diesel trucks. Now, see, if the Cat drove it, he would have went 346.21. Well, he's still been second. But he went a little further. going to produce a class of these 2.6 diesel trucks. First one up is going to be Spencer Sims' 07 Chevrolet out of Sullivan, Kentucky. He'll be followed by Tim Richardson out of Bidwell, Ohio, 91 Dodge, and then Kevin Daly, high density hustler. Sullivan Motorsports would like to thank the sponsors here for Sullivan Motorsports: CNR Floor Care, Climax Motorsports, Jack's Catering, Skips Auto and Truck, Sullivan Tire and Auto, Brown Diesel, Matt Leisure Trucking, Frankenstein Turbos, Mixed Diesel and Tuning, Leonard's Diesel Repair, J&B Upfitters, Brandon Green, Broadway Bar and Grill, The Crooks, Harwood Street Care, Darrell Little, Sullivan Motorsports, and A&A Showgoats. That's our corporate sponsors. Now, 3.6 diesel trucks, smooth bore diesel trucks. There's a difference. 2.6 smooth bore map groove turbo. A smooth bore is what it says, a smooth bore. Really limits the air the turbo gets, or the map groove lets a lot of air in. You're going to say, well, you're hurting the horsepower. Well, yes, but there's also a safety factor under that as well. All shielded up. With a map groove turbo, if something would happen to the map groove turbo, it would, the fan wheel in there would go right through the map groove and fling it all over the place and might get somebody hurt. Adding some bricks here. Each one of them weights weigh, depends on how the box is made and them sleds made. And or someone will tell you, if they're all wet. No, they're not. If you go down to the farm machinery show and you hang around Mr. Bauer and or see Mr. Bauer in him, you know he's got different size weights and the way he makes his boxes. Some of them may be 1,000-pound weights made for mainly run the mini rod, but he does run them. Especially when you go to Louisville. You ever go to Louisville, Kentucky for an National Farm Machinery Show and see what old he does? He usually has 2 of the 1,000-pound weights on the pan. Because they're a shorter track. Needs a little bit of pan weight on a short track, and he does put some in the box occasionally. He just needs a little bit more weight. And it's usually 2,000 to 3,000 pounds is what them weights weigh. Like I said, depending on how the box is made and what class the sled is. So you got different classes. Class 18 or 10 or whatever it's called on the sleds now. Normally the sled weighs around approximately between 30 and 36,000 pounds, depending on the class of the sled. Most of them are been built by Adam Bauer, but there's some that's been built by Mr. Love and other ones out there. Remember, the sled weighs about 36,000 pounds naked with no plates. And you start adding weights. Normally, you can get 10 to 12 in a box. Again, depending on the box size. Some may only hold 8, some may hold about 12. And you can put pan weight too. You'll see them put pan weight on the sides. There's a couple spots on the sides. And every once in a while, they'll put one right on in the middle. Right there where our hook guy is. With more down force on the pan. That pan has growler bars underneath it. They did that several years, well, Mr. Bauer started that several years back. The growler bars. These guys have so much horsepower, and you get so much wheel speed on these tracks anymore that you had to do something, so they kind of decided to put the growler bars underneath it, and it really helps them dig in the track and stop them. When that box moves forward, that weight moves forward. That's what they call it, really, the weight transfer machine. And you'll see the front wheels, or rear wheels of the sled come off the ground, grips the pan, and puts all the downforce on that pan, getting them to stop. I'm going to show my age again. I remember me and Joe Singer were talking about one of the first times he ever had their sled here. They originally started out about the old thumb sled. And people may remember that being on TV with the old United States Hot Rod Association bulls. They were mainly based out of Michigan. They had about 2 or 3 of them. Remember back in the 80s, they had these sled with Bigfoot and Black Gold and the Orange Blossom Special. You get the cars and you pull them, battery operated. Well, that sled was the thumb sled. You could buy. I have one. It's sitting on my dresser. last sled. Well, he didn't get out of it completely, but he later got it out of it. I mean, he just stayed around in Michigan, wouldn't go anywhere national anymore. Sometimes it takes a minute. Get them weights he wants in there just right. Spencer Sims going to be the first one up here. 07 Chevrolet out of Salt Vista, Kentucky. Salt Vista, Kentucky. I was coming back one year from Louisville, out the Mass Farm Machinery Show, and it's probably been, I think it was the first year I actually went back down. I had several years I didn't go, and once I started accumulating a bunch vacation time, I said, let's go, I'll need to go back to the Mass Farm Machinery Show in Louisville. And I've been back ever since. I've probably been going back for about 10 years or more now. And you go through, going down 71, and of course the road was all blocked off. They had a wreck, and they was detouring us there at LaGrange, and I couldn't figure out how to get back around. I'm going, how do I get around? So naturally, I pulled up the GPS on the phone, and I followed my GPS around, and it took me different roads, and I ended up going through Salt Vista. And Salt Vista is one of them towns where you can stand at one of the lines of the town, and your girlfriend can stand up the other line of the town and wave at each other. Don't blink and don't yawn, because you will miss the town. There ain't nothing there, hardly. But it's about the size of Sparta, Kentucky. If you've ever been through Sparta, Kentucky, it's about the size of Sparta, Kentucky. But I went through there, it brought me back out to 71 there, and I got on 71 and headed back home. But, old Salt Vista, Kentucky. Spencer Sims, Sims Diesel Performance. I don't know if this is Josh's truck or Spencer's truck, but anyway, I know Josh has one of these too. I think they're both the same year. This might be Josh's truck. 07 Chevy. See what he can do. Now, if he wants to, he can take it back and try again. Or he can drop and come back. He is a tough puller. The run unhooking. Now the question is he going to come back? You taking that pull or dropping? Is he taking the pull or dropping is the question. Taking it? No, he's dropping. All right. Cool. He is dropping. Next up, Tim Richardson. 99 Dodge. Out of Pittsburgh, Ohio. Followed by Kevin Daly in a high-density Hustler. Pickens, I think. Sorry if I butchered the name, but it sure looks like Pickens to me. Out of Gallipolis, Ohio. Tim Richardson here. Good morning truck here. '91 Dodge. These are the years, last years that they had the, few years they had the look that this one's got. 91, I believe, was the first year they came out with 90, or 91, they first year they came out with this look, Dodge did. And then 94, they changed it all up to what it is today. But this is Tim Richardson. One of the southeastern guys. He runs on the southeastern circuit a lot. Nice run, 359.13, 359.13. Next up, Kevin Daly, a high-density Hustler out of Lancaster, Ohio. It's a Ford. Followed by Boykins, I think Boykins. In 76 Chevy. And James Edges on the Berry Silver. Here, 2.6, like I said, on the turbo, smooth bore, 460 cubic inch limit. They cannot run dual rear wheel tires. They only run 4 tires. It's a 4-wheel drive truck class. That can come out the hood. There is no water injection and no intercooler. About this class. They call it the Pro Street class, which is basically just a step up from the Workstock. Workstock Diesel trucks. Last call for you guys. Workstock Diesel trucks. If you have not signed up, please do so and then head to the scale. Workstock Diesel trucks. Looking for Kevin Bailey here, the high-density hustler, Ford. Where you at? Checks are ready for the last couple classes here. Gas trucks. Yes. Okay, Kevin Bailey here, the high-density hustler out of Lancaster, Ohio. This class here runs with the PPO Pro Pulling League. We were up to the Shy Pull out in Indiana. Last year, they had 30 trucks in each session. That's 60 trucks in two sessions. One session, both sessions had 30 trucks in it. That's great. It's their Bowling Green of diesel truck pulling. I believe it. Let's see what the high density hustler can do. Nice run there, 339.75, 339.75 for the high density hustler. It's a Ford, but you better check under the hood, because that is not a power stroke. Next up, I think Ford Boykins, 76 Chevy out of Gallipolis, Ohio. Followed by James Edge and the Dirty Silver. And then J.D. Klaus. Exhibition run at the end of this class. A 3.0 truck going to make an exhibition run. Bill Boykins there. 76 Chevrolet out of Gallipolis, Ohio. Seen him last Sunday at the Wellston Pole there, Wellston, Ohio, Jackson County Fair. Good to see he made the drive up. Right up 35. Which reminds me, we got a pool coming up in Stoutsville, Ohio. Sullivan Motorsports does. That's on September the 5th. So that pool starts at noon, I believe. Might pull pretty much all day. You know where Southville is, just on the other side of Circleville. Uh-oh, that ain't good. That turbo's chirping and the white smoke comes on. That usually means turbo issues. Another shot at it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Never moved the sled the first time, so if he wants to go back, he can. See what he does here. If they actually use second chance. There he goes. Good run, 306.80, 306.80 for the old Chevrolet there. Next up, James Edges, 30 Silver, Dodge out of Ashley, Ohio. We're followed by J.D. Klaus from New Orleans, Ohio, the Route of Redemption. I'll bring back Spencer Sims. James Edges, 30 Silver, at Ashley, Ohio. Long time runner with the Central Ohio Truck World Circuit. the old Buckeye Power, which is the old Northeast or Northwestern pullers, and the Stark County Tractor Pull Association as well. So let's see what James can do. Puts him in second place right now. I'm sorry, 349.07. 349.07. Next up, J.D. Klaus. The Road to Redemption Dodge out of New Plymouth, Ohio. Followed by Spencer Sims. Round out this class, and then we're going to go to Workstock Diesel truck. We got a big class in for it. J.D. Klaus, the Road to Redemption Dodge out of New Plymouth, Ohio. You know where New Plymouth is? It's up north. Everybody say it doesn't. Nice run there, 318.71, 318.71. I'm in fourth right now. Last one in this class, Spencer Sims, 07 Chevrolet, out of Sylvester, Kentucky. We're going to Workstock Diesel trucks. Levi Ullman, Austin Carrington, and Dale Smith will be the first three in that class. last year here at this race, they didn't have the grandstands all the way done on this side of the announcer's side of the stands. And so they finally completed it. Looks great. Being the redone old grandstands over there. This side, put a lot of people here. Spencer Sims here out of Sullivan, Kentucky. 07 Chevy. I believe this is Josh President's truck. Spencer's. That's Sims Diesel Performance, which Josh does. Or Spencer did some work on his truck. I get past 328.17, 328.17, Spencer Sims. There's a win tonight. We're going to Tim Richardson in that 91 Black Dodge, 259.13. Second's going to go to James Etchen in the dirty silver at 249.07. Third's going to go to Kevin Daly in high density hustler at 339.75. Fourth, go to Spencer Sims, 07 Chevrolet Just Red, 328.17. Fifth, goes to J.D. Klaus in the Road to Redemption, 318.71. And sixth goes to Bill Morgan's 76 Chevrolet at 306.80. Mr. Class with your 2.6 diesel truck for this evening. Now we got an exposition run. And I didn't know Tyler Rice going and building the 3.0 truck, and he did. That thing is put a Ford body on it. Ruined the whole truck. Just kidding. Well, an old Ford body, that made it look better. And I probably doesn't have a power stroke in it. First time out, I believe, with this truck. Tyler was a long time 2.6 class puller. Not only with Central Ohio, they pulled South, well, he pulled East Southeastern and he pulled Buckeye Power as well. Diesel trucks. Something that you see on the PPL circuit or the NTPA circuit. This is the limited pro stock diesel trucks. I call it the 3.0 class, the 3.0 smooth bore class. That's 3 inches on the turbo. On the inlet sides of the turbo with a smooth bore. No map groove in that class anymore. They were letting the map groove, the 2.6 map grooves on with the 3.0s, and they found out the little safety hazard. They said, no, we need to go to the smooth bore. As you see, he's got the dual rear wheels on the back. All right, out of Mount Sterling, Ohio. Time out for him. 331.16, 331.16 for Tyler. Now we're going to the Workstock Diesel truck class. The Levi Ullman out of Urbana, a 2000 Dodge. It's all by Austin Carrington and Dale Smith. Levi Ullman here. 2000 Dodge out of Urbana, Ohio. They got a dark chemical coming up on their fair. Like the same night we're in Xenia. With Urbana to Xenia. 30 minutes from each other. we do have semis, and it's been a long time since the semis were ran here. I think the last time the semis ran here, Virgil Barker brought 3 of them and just hooked them. So that shows you how long that's been. So let's see what Levi Whitman can do with 2000 Dodge out of Urbana. So he's a set puller. We'll find out if he's taking that pull or dropping. Yep. 308.75. 308.05. 308.05. He's got the option. You take it out or drop it. Did he take that pull or did he drop? Let me know if he took that pull or not. He did? All right, he took it. All right, we're good to go. The 308.105. Next up, Austin Carrington, 04 Dodge, out of Georgetown, Ohio. Got about Dale Smith and Alex Reed. Again, this is being live streamed this poll by SmogMedia on YouTube. Be on YouTube later, that's for sure. Check him out, SmogMedia. Austin Carrington here. 04 Dodge out of Georgetown, Ohio. Yes, he's related to the rest of the Carringtons that pulled here. I see Jeff walking around. His dad, Jeff, he pulled here too. The old Countryside store back in the day. Old Buckeye modified 2-wheel truck. There's Uncle Jim. Brian. They all pulled her out of here. Let's see what Austin will do. 04 Dodge. $299.35, $299.35. Now the difference between this class and the Workstock, or street diesel class, Workstock street diesel, like I said, street stock had stock turbo, no block suspensions, where Workstock has block suspensions, aftermarket turbo, but they are limited to a 2.5 turbo now. So remember that, a 2.5 turbo. So that changed it all up. You can still run dual wheels as long as it comes factory that way. Looks like the street stock class. Joe Smith up next. 05 Chevy out of Felicity, Ohio, followed by Alex Reed and Steve Leonard. It's been a long time since semis pulled here. I remember they tried to pull them here a couple years in a row, and Virgil Barker brought 3 big semis in here and pulled them. So just had some semis to pull. I'm trying to think he was on the fair board. He was running it then. Going back some years here. I said Virgil Barker was Virgil and Brandon and this is the other one. The other Barker. Anyway, they just brought 3 semis, took 3 of them, and went. And actually, you know, they took them out. And it was only 3 semis coming. Now we got a whole big group of them out here, so stick around for that. If you want to see the semis, they're going to be the next class. So. Semis, you need to get to the line. Semis, get to the line. This Dale says 05 Chevy out of Felicity. All right, semis are now running last. So for farm stock tractors, you need to get to the line. On farm stock, you need to get to the line. You're across the scale. Those semis are going to run last tonight. Yeah, I see them back there. They're still filling with the hitches and stuff, so yeah, they'll have to run last. They're putting hitches on, doing their thing here. 299.95. 299.95 puts them in second place right now. Next up, Alex Reed, 84 Chevrolet out of Amanda, Ohio. Followed by Steve Leonard and Brandon Sullivan. Over there to the where the food's at, the Kendra, they got a booth especially for you. Any kind of funnel cake you want. They got a funnel cake over there with Reese's Pieces on it, right up your alley. When we was at in Warren County last night, they had a brownie and a deep fried chili dog in Warren County. She said, I could go for it. All right, Alex Reed, '84 Chevrolet out of Romanda, Ohio. Off the turbo. 309.81. 309.81. Good run though. So Tim in second place. Oh, actually that's first place. Barely. 308.05 and 309.81. That's first place. New leader. Next up, Steve Leonard, Never Satisfied Dodge out of Sardinia, Ohio. Followed by Brandon Sullivan. Go one Chevy. And then Ryan Fulmer. This is 98 Dodge. Our next pool is Sullivan Motorsports pools next Wednesday night up down at the Claremont County Fair. This will be 4-class show. Do the 12.5 farm stock tractors, 3 diesel trucks, 14.5 farm stock tractors, and then the Workstock Diesel trucks. That's next Wednesday night. Of course, been coming up at the Stream County Fair. Coming up on August 8th, we'll be at the Green County Fair up in Virginia. You ain't that far from there. Might have another pool here at the end of the year we're working on. They're not for sure yet on what to do there, but it's in talks what to do, but we'll figure it out. Steve Leonard, Never Satisfied Dodge out of Sardinia, Ohio. Went out there, didn't he? No other 353.13, 353.13. For Steve Leonard, a Never Satisfied Dodge. I believe he is the points leader in this class. Next up, Brandon Sullivan, 01 Chevrolet out of Fayetteville, Ohio. Followed by Ryan Fulmer and Dwayne Beaton. Yeah, farm stock and semis. If you have not signed up, please do so at this time and get farm stocking. If you signed up, going through the scales, you're next. Semis, you need to get signed up. If you ain't signed up yet, I know some of you are out there working on the trucks, but you can at least get signed up. That way we got you, and all you have to do is just go to the line when you're ready. Brandon Sullivan here, son of Keith Sullivan, who is the El Presidente of the Sullivan Motorsports. I guess Brandon could be the VP of Sullivan Motorsports, I guess. 01 Chevrolet, this truck used to belong to Randy Doss. It was an old 2.5 truck back in the old 2.5 truck days. Then Randy sold it to him. See what Randy can do here, 01 Chevy. Nice pass, 302.17, 302.17 from Brandon Sullivan. 01 Chevy. In the about 4th spot. Next up, Ron Fuller, 98 Dodge. Out of Somerset, Ohio. Remember that guy. Followed by Dwayne P. Ross Ankrum. Got these explosions in this class as well. Like I said, stick around for the 7-line. It's probably been 15 years probably since the semis has been here. Any semi is pulled here. Filmer here, 98 Dodge out of Somerset, Ohio. That's where Somerset is. There's some pretty good modified four-wheel truck porters coming out of Somerset, Ohio. Back in the day. A nice run, 296.94, 296.94. Ryan Bowman. Next up, Dwayne B. out of Hillsboro, Ohio. Calls this truck a financial mistake. Followed by Ross Ankrum, and then Hunter Whooper. speeding. A financial mistake? God, out of Hillsboro. Yep, you're informed. You made a financial mistake. That's for sure. Better than you did last night. 256.53. 256.53 for Dwayne B. Next up, Ross Ankrum. Unionsville, Ohio, 03 Chevy. Followed by Hunter Whipper and then C.J. Parker. A lot of good food over there at the fair. Funnel cakes or a ribeye on the beef booth there. Fantastic ribeye. Doesn't get the onions and peppers on them. Fantastic. Get you a wet burrito. That's fantastic. Well, I hadn't had them in a while. Almost got one. Should have got one. Still more fair for me to go to this year. I'll get one. Ross Ankrum, 03 Chevrolet. Out of Unionville, Ohio. Nice pass, 285.48. 285.48. Next up, Hunter Whipper, 03 Dodge, out of Bethel, Ohio. Followed by C.J. Parker, and then Clay Reisner. We have some really good fish here at the church booth here by the grandstand. We had that yesterday, or the other day, on Tuesday. And fried bologna, yeah. Girlfriend had fried bologna. Bad thing is, Stunk up the bedroom all night long after shaving. She blamed it on the bourbon chicken with the beans, but I blame it on the bologna. All right, let her over here. Oh, good God. .67, 286.67. Nice run for Hunter. Next up. Next up, C.J. Parker, the second chance. Dodge. Out of Melbourne, Kentucky. They're followed by Clay Reisner. Round out this class, and then we're going to tractor. Both five farm stock tractor out of the field farm. Then we'll be ready for semis. Don't forget, we are running semis. It's be a whole full class of semis. And we got a number of them out here. So, a bunch of semis here at the Fayette County Fair. First time in about 15 years they've ran here. I think the fair was actually, I think the last time they ran here, the fair was actually still the last week of July. I moved the fair up, the Ohio State Fair. We used to go to Claremont County on Friday night. We come up here on Saturday. We used to pull on Monday and Saturday at this fair. Monday night we used to have a pull, and Saturday come back and have a pull. I think that was Saturday night was the last time they had them. Like I said, Virgil brought 3 semis in. Ran them. But there'll be some hot ones out there, so if you like a few hot semis, yeah, there's a few hot ones. There'll be some straight ones, but there'll be some hot ones too, guarantee it. All right, C.J. Parker here, the second chance Dodge out of Melbourne, Kentucky. A nice pass there, 298.89. I'm sorry, 298.98. 298.98. 7th right now. 298.98. Next up, Clay Reisner, 03 Chevy, or 03 Dodge, out of Winchester, last one in this class. Then we'll go to our 12.5 farm stock. Clay Reisner here, the 03 Dodge out of Winchester, Ohio. Nice run there. 318.03, 318.03. I'll get him up in the money. First place was the Steve Leonard and Never Satisfied Dodge, 3,313. Second. Go to Clay Reisner, who's ran right there, 318.03. Third will go to Alex Reed, 84 Chevrolet, 309.81. Fourth goes to Levi Ullman, 308.05. Fifth goes to Brandon Sullivan, 01 Chevy, 302.17. And fifth and sixth, will go to Dale Smith, 05 Chevrolet, 299.95. Good class there of your Workstock Diesel truck. Next class out here is a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit class. There's a cone going to be out here about the 150-foot mark. And these tractors here are allowed no water injection, nothing bigger than a pump. I think they're allowed a 20.8 tire. No cut tires. Got a pretty decent class of these tractors here. Grayson Rogers out of Blanchard, Ohio. 1155 Massey Ferguson. Followed by Bob Evans and his white. And then Ryan Weinmiller on his case. In the first three out. Like I said, you got to be on that going to be a magic cone out here. We call it the magic cone. It's going to be around that 150-foot mark. They can go as fast as they want to till they get to that cone. After they get to that cone, they got to be going under 10 mile an hour. And Joe's got the horn, and if they get it past that cone and that horn blows, that means they're going over 10 mile an hour, then they are DQ. Sorry, Kendra, I didn't put the placing on that Workstock class. That's all right. Well, it should be the top 6 I got. Steve Leonard, Clay Reisner, Alex Reed, Levi Ullman, Brandon Sullivan, and Dale Smith. They should be down here getting teched, I guess. So them 6 trucks can be getting teched. They're going to be adding some bricks, like I said, 12,500 pound farm stock tractor class. We got a lot of color in this one. Color being different makes of tractors. We got a Mass Ferguson, we got a White, we got a Case, we got a couple John Deeres, an Auger, and a Ford. Bad thing for you, all you international fans, there isn't any. There was last night, but there ain't tonight. The guys last night from Warren County, they were from Claremont County, and they're getting ready for their fairs, so they couldn't make it tonight. After these tractors run, where we roll out the semis, first time a full class of semis actually ran here. And we got 8 of them, so 8 good semis coming your way. Got 7 of these tractors here, 8 semis, pretty good farm stock tractors here. Grayson Rogers first one up there at Blanchester, Ohio, 1155 Massey Ferguson with the Perkins V8. Will Perkins V8, used a lot back in the 70s and 80s, super stock tractor pull, even up through the 90s. There was a guy out in 84, Pennsylvania that used to be able to tune on these, well, ag code Alva Massey Ferguson is, but used to be able to tune these things pretty good. A guy named Robbie Crutchfield used to do all the tuning on them as well, so. So what Grayson can do is 1155 Massey Ferguson. Nice run there, 289.31. 289.31 for Grayson. Now he's got the option. He's taking that pull or dropping. Did he take it? Yes, he did. All right. 289.31. Next up, Bob Evans, 2255 white. Out of Hillsboro, huh? We're followed by Ryan Wadmiller and Matt Meyer. Diesel and street diesel and 2.6 diesel. You got checks up here. Bobby Evans, 2255 white. Out of Hillsboro here. Cat motor here in this thing. And we got a new leader, 294.35. 294.35 for Bob Evans. He's ahead again. He's got two light limit superstock tractors. Both up were broke. He couldn't be here Tuesday night. And if you heard the story about that, man, you'd say, man, he's got the gloom of doom. But when he hooks this tractor, he's in the top 3 every time. So I don't know. He's just like farm stock pulling, I guess. And that's what you need to stick with. Next up, Ron Weinmiller, 1030 case out of Blanchester, Ohio. Followed by Wyatt Meyer. James Frazier. Hitting 30 case out of Blanchester. He won it last night in play. And guess what? He's out front again, 297.26. 297.26 for Ryan Weinmiller. Next up, Wyatt Meyer, 4320 John Deere. Williamsburg, Ohio. Followed by James Frazier. And then Ryan Weinmiller again, this time on his 5010 John Deere. Wyatt Meyer, 4320 John Deere, up Williamsburg, Ohio. I've seen old Barry Meyer out here. I'll see him now. Let's see the other grandson. Bring them the farm stock going. And his petrol run, 250.38, 250.38. Wyatt Meyer. Next up, James Frazier, $1,800 out of Leesburg, Ohio. Followed by Ryan Weinmiller and his 5010 John Deere. Rob Simpson on his 8600 Ford. Fraser here. 1800 over out of Leesburg, Ohio. I'm sure you'll see some of these same tractors next Wednesday night down at the Clermont County Fair. Nice pass, 280.65, 280.65. Puts him in about fourth place right now. Next up, Ryan Weinmiller, 5010 John Deere. Out of Blanchester, Ohio. Followed by Randy Simmons. 8600 Ford. Round this class, and then we're going to semis. So you've been wanting to watch them semis. Get ready. We're pulling semis here. First time for a full class of semis ever. Said they only had about 3. A couple times at Virgil Barker and Brandon Barker, Ed Barker. I couldn't think of the other one. Ed Barker's problem. I tell you that, it's about 15 years ago. This tractor. I just know the Weinmillers ended up with it. Ryan Weinmiller here, 5010 John Deere out of Blanchester, Ohio. This belonged to old Cornwell down on the Clermont County Fair board. Used to pull this tractor. A little bit here and there. See what the old 5010 can do. Didn't like that. Take him back, try again if he wants to. A lot of white smoke come out of that. Man, a good sign. All right, give me a second chance here. 5010 John Deere. Nope, something quite right there. 89.20 is all he's going to get tonight. That tractor used to be really, really good back in the day. When Cornwell had it. Give him a round of applause. That's all he's going to get tonight. Lumpins, next one up there, last one in this class, 8600 Ford, out of Frederickstown, Ohio. Then we're going to semis. So you want to stick around for them semis. Forward entry. Frederickstown, Ohio. Houston Lumpin with us. He's up at Madison County Fair. Pretty good running tractor here. See what they do. That's a boot off the turbo on that one. But a good run. 271.21. 271.21. Rob Simmons. First place for little Ron Miller. That's 1030K. 97.26. Second goes to Bob Evans in the 2255 white, 294.35. Third goes to Grayson Rogers at 755 Matthew Ferguson, 289.31. Fourth goes to James Frazier, the 1800 Oliver at 280.65. Fifth goes to Rob Simmons right there. And that Ford, 271.21, and 6th goes for Wyatt Meyer, 4320 John Deere at 250.38. And a good class of those profile farm stock tractors. And now we're going to semi. Now we're going to go to the semis, and I know that's where everybody's going to want to see the semis. Who's ready for the semis? Oh, come on. It's been 15 years since the semis looked at this pole, at this fair. Who's ready to see the semis pole? Okay. Got 8 semis here in this class. Doug Holt's going to be the first one up, followed by Justin Burnett, and then Matt Leisure. All right. Doug Holt, Justin Burnett, Mitchell Lindsay. Okay. We'll get it right again. sponsors here at the Sullivan Motorsports Truck Pull. CNR 4Care, Climax Motorsports, Jack's Catering, Skips Auto Truck, Sullivan Tire and Auto, Brown Diesel, Matt Leaker Trucking, Frankenstein Turbos, Nick's Diesel and Tuning, Leonard's Diesel Repair, A&B Upfitters, Brandon's Dream, Broadway Bar and Grill, The Cooks, Arliss Tree Care, Darrell Little, Sullivan Motorsports, and A&A Show Goats. We are test puller here in the semis, 20,000-pound street semis. Followed by Justin Burnett and then Mitchell Lindsay. If there's anybody standing next to these barriers or anywhere near the track, you need to back up. As they do let these things run, it's hard to stop some of these guys. If you take a couple steps back, we'd appreciate it. want anybody getting hurt. We had a incident a few weeks ago out in Rushville, Indiana. No sooner we took a nasty ride, so. 293.50 for Doug Holt. He's got the option, is he taking or dropping, is the question. Comes down, he's coming back. All right. Next up, Justin Burnett, followed by Mitchell Lindsay and then Matt Leisure. Up with 60 vehicles total here tonight. That's a few more than last time where we was at. Yep, I seen this truck rolling in early. Burnett. I can hold KW. Just around there, 212.47, 212.47. There you go. That's up, Mitchell Lindsay. Followed by Matt Leisure and Keith Sullivan. What truck Keith's driving tonight. If he's driving the same one he did last night, we'll have to clear out that end down there. Lindsay here, another Kenworth here, out of Leesburg, Ohio. Most of these trucks are out of Leesburg, except a couple of them. Winding her up, see what he do. .70 for Mr. Lindsay. And later. Next up, Matt Leisure. Now leave for long. He's pulling this kit work. Followed by Keith Sullivan and then Brandon Sullivan. Matt Leisure can do here. Yep, the good one. New leader, 359.38, 359.38. Next up, Keith Sullivan. See which one he's got. There we go. Followed by Brandon Sullivan, and then Evan Leisure. Thanks to the Ag Pro, John Deere Ag Pro, for the tractor for the track use here today. Also the Fayette County Engineers. Also a big thank you to the local fire department, EMS, for being here. Got to make sure you're here. If it's not, uh-oh. something. There's a roller locked up on them. Hope the transmission didn't go out, lad. Oh, there we go. Got her all locked up there on them somehow. I'm getting it all. Looks like Keith's going to drive Georgie Wright's old truck. Mac, you ever been to Hillsboro to the Highland County Fair? He's kind of the one that started pulling semis around at least this neck of the woods. See what he can do with the old Mac. That was a nice pass. 310.91, 310.91 for Heath Sullivan. Puts him in second place. Next up, Brandon Sullivan. And the old Butch's Old Ride International, we call it. Followed by Evan Leisure and then Chad Day. Sullivan here. This is International, out of Fayetteville, Ohio. Butch Caldwell used to drive this truck, four-wheel truck. And the Sullivan's got it. And made a good pass. 280.77, 280.77. Next up, Matt Leisure. Now, if I know this truck correctly, this is called the Nasty. We're followed by Chad Day, and then we're back to Doug Holt to round out the show. Just a couple thanks to SmogMedia for live streaming this pool here tonight. Three more semis to run. The Nasty. All right, Evan Leisure. The Nasty. There's a reason why he calls it the Nasty. He had this cross in Hillsboro a few weeks back. Or down at I guess, over south of here. Fairfield FFA pool, and now Keith last night drove this truck and went 410 foot Warren County Fair last night. Right here. The Warren County Fair, Keith went 410 foot with this truck. Well, Evan says, I can do better than that. He went 427 feet, .43. 427.43. It's a 500-foot track. Next up, Chad Day out of Jeffersonville, Ohio, 2013 Kenworth. We're back to Doug Holt to round out the show. Woo! And that's why they call it the Nasty. He sure is nasty. If everything stands as correct right now, we've had 60 vehicles tonight and had 67 hooks as of right now. bad day here. 2013 Kenworth. A lot of Kenworths in this class. I can do here. Oh, that's just a stock truck here. 191.47. 191.47. Next up, Doug Hope, the last one on the night. It's Kenmore first. He was our test score and he dropped. He had a good run. But nope, I'm going to come back and do it again. Been a fantastic show here tonight. Hope everybody was pleased. I know I was. If I was, you should have been. I hope the fair board was too. First time Sullivan Motorsports has been here. Glad to be here. We had a good show here on Tuesday night as well with the Road TPA. Granted, there was only 3 light limited superstock tractors, but like I said, there were a lot of living both. Probably having about 2 of them both. And then there was 2 more of them broke. Of course, the weather didn't help either because there was guys getting calls and hit tornadoes and all kinds of stuff south of here. So that kind of hurt a little bit, but other than that, we had pretty good pulls here this weekend, or this week. I hope your demolition derbies are just as big, because I know how your demolition derbies are a big thing here, especially the school bus thing. That packs the stand. I'll be at tractor pulls the rest of the week. See what that's about. He says, I'm going to at least try to get second behind that truck. And he did. 346.11. 346.11. The first place, I'm going to Evan Leisure at 427.43. Second place is the Doug Holt at 346.11. Third place, second place with the actual Mitchell or Matt Leisure at 359.38. Third place with the Doug Holt. Right there, it just ran. 4611. Yeah. Fourth goes to Sullivan, 310.91. Fifth, go to Brandon Sullivan, 280.77. And sixth, we'll go to Mr. Lindsay, 266.70. Thanks one and all for coming out here tonight. Hope everybody has a safe drive home. Up to see you at a pool near you.